Usually, what I wear, excusing how I did my hair, because you let me underwear they said. Spilling out words I wrote, honesty.
Hello students, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For today's lesson, we will continue the second part of laws of exponent. We have power rule for exponents. The power rule tells us that to raise a power to a power, just multiply the exponents. We have the pattern. Quantity a to the m power raised to the n is equal to a to the mn. We simply multiply the exponent a inside the quantity and outside the quantity. The exponent of a number says how many times to use the number in a multiplication. In a square, the 2 says to use 8 twice in a multiplication. So 8 squared will be equal to 8 times 8. It is equal to 64. What is negative 5, the second power? Negative 5 squared is equal to negative 1 times 5 times 5 will be equal to negative 25. Then, quantity negative 5 squared will be equal to negative 5 times negative 5 is equal to 25. We notice that negative 5 squared is different from quantity negative 5 squared. Why? Because negative 5 squared, the answer is negative 25. While quantity negative 5 squared, the answer is positive 25. We have number 1 example. X to the 20 raised to the p power will be equal to x to the 20 times 5 is equal to x to the 100. We have number 2. Quantity y to the negative 5 multiplied to negative 2 of exponent outside will be equal to y to the negative 5 times negative 2 is equal to y to the 10 powers, because we simply multiply the exponent of y, which is negative 5 times negative 2. Number 3, quantity x to the negative 4 raised to the p power, we simply bring down or copy the base, which is x, and then multiply the exponent inside to the exponent outside. The answer therefore is x to the negative 20, and the reciprocal of x to the negative 20 will be equal to 1 over x to the 20. We notice that we will only write the base of x in the denominator, and negative 20 of the exponent become positive 20. Again, the answer is 1 over x to the 20 power. Next is product of a power law. We have the rules. When there are 2 exponents inside the bracket and an exponent outside the bracket, we simply multiply the exponents of each of the powers involved in the multiplication by the outside exponent. Pattern. We have quantity AB raised to the m power will be equal to a raised to the m will be a to the m times b raised to the m will be equal to b to the m. Example, quantity 2a raised to the second power will be equal to 2 raised to the second power will be 2 squared times a raised to the second power will be a squared. Therefore, 2 squared is 4 times a squared will be equal to 4a squared. Simplify the following. So we have number 1, quantity x squared y cubed raised to the second power will be equal to x to the 4th y to the 6th power. Number 2, quantity x to the negative 3, y to the negative 2 raised to the third power will be equal to x to the negative 3 times to the third power will be equal to x to the negative 9 times y to the negative 2 multiplied to the third power will be equal to y to the negative 2. We get the reciprocal, which is equal to y over x to the 9 power, y to the second power. Let's have another example. Quantity 1/2 x cubed raised to the second power. First, we raise 1/2 to the second power will be equal to 1/2 to the second power. And then we will raise x cubed to the second power will be equal to x to the sixth power. Then we will evaluate 1/2 raised to the second power. Therefore, 1/2 times 1/2 will be equal to 1/4. 1/4 multiplied to x to the sixth power will be equal to, we multiply x to the 6 to 1 will be equal to x to the 6 over 4. Next is number 4. Quantity 4x to the 25, y to the negative 3 raised to the third power. Therefore, 4 raised to the third power times x to the 25 raised to the third power will be equal to x to the 75 power. And y to the negative 3 raised to the third power will be equal to y to the negative 9. Therefore, y to the negative 9 will be written under the numerator, which is y to the 9 power, and 4 cubed x to the 75 will be written in the numerator. Let us simplify 4 cubes. 4 times 4 times 4 is 64. Then therefore the answer is 64x to the 75 over y to the 9 power. Always remember that I follow 3 rules. Do the right thing, do the best you can, and always show people you care by Lou Holtz.
It's our time to shine. Show that's the kind of state of mind you gotta combine with hard work and time. You gotta climb to the top. Don't let yourself drop to